Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Wow. Could your year get any better or bigger? Because all I keep hearing is either the name Tom or Hanks or things getting Tom Hanker. Something's definitely getting bigger. What on earth is that? I keep hearing though big trouble in Little China. Someone could be in trouble with someone in China. I don't know what this is for because I keep hearing big trouble, big trouble, big trouble, big. It gets bigger and it gets bigger and it gets bigger and better. So, okay. So what's getting bigger and better? So it seems to be that I'm getting better at my crafty fox. Something also around a fox, which would normally mean around a cat. So some of you got references of around Leos. Okay, but I'm definitely hearing like a trios, like there's trios. Or like Teresa, the name Teresa or Treacle, but it seems to be getting better and I'm getting better at it and better at it and better. So if any of you were ill over the past year, it feels like that you're going to be recovering from something because it feels like a recovery service. So it's like providing a service but recovering it. So like I'm making something that is not that much into something that is spectacular and great. Now what they're saying to me is that whatever it is that may not have been so great, it gets better. Okay, so if this was an illness of say depression or drugs or alcohol or trying to stop doing something, it kind of tells me that you've stopped doing this thing and started something, right? It's because you've got so many references of music, Pisces, of something's got me started, right? Something's got me started. It's like, man, I'm just starting this right now. But I know that when I start this right now, but towards the end of the year, it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. Because I keep picking up like, hey, how y'all doing out there? Of like a performance or like someone that does music and they go on stage or something like this, or a stage coach or a driving coach. Some of you could be dealing with like a coach company and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you've opened your company and there's like huge, because I'm picking up like a driving service that provides like I mean, unless you're having one, like a limousine, but like, because I keep picking up that this is all to do with company, bad company, okay, and keeping my own company, and I'm going to keep my company, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it feels like that I'm opening up a service, I'm providing it, and this company that I'm doing is getting bigger and bigger. Now, if you work for a company and it's not your own company, it feels like that you're keeping this company alive, meaning that you are the one that they all go to in order to ask and say, look, you know, we need your opinion, so on and so forth. And the company itself gets bigger and bigger because of the work and effort that you're putting in towards it. Because some of you might have invested into this company and you're like, you know what, that's a really good company, and I like that, and I'm going to invest into it, because I keep hearing this like investigation of a company being like, okay, I work for this place and it's getting bigger and bigger. So you have an opportunity where you can put in and invest some money into something. So you've got loads of different references coming out, Pisces. So we'll stick with the, you work somewhere for somebody, okay? And the company itself starts to get bigger and bigger. And then with your input, it makes it better. Now, for some of this, it's to do with like mental health or hospitals or something, because I keep picking up like health, like health, Helgar, also something to do with around a Capricorn energy, but like Aries, right? Because that would be more of a hell no and a Helgar. So you've kind of, if you don't understand my channel, you have to look for the references. X marks the spot would mean a Capricorn. Okay, Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan would be a 3. But anyway, so they're saying to me that this thing throughout the year is more like, okay, you either are the company and someone's going to invest into you, okay, or is a chest and this gets bigger, or your weight, or pregnancy, because they just keep saying, and it's relating to Aquarius and Scorpio reading, where things were just like flooding in, the floodgates like water, or like bursting, and someone gives birth this year. Doesn't have to be you, it can be someone that you know, okay, that is looking to get pregnant, or they are and they burst, okay. there could be anything to do with plumbing and people that work around water, because I keep picking up things bursting and someone bursting onto the scene. And you had that last year, well, roughly, which was like this boom, right? And it was like I burst onto the scene. And it was this wave that went crashing in. Now, unfortunately, people that lived in countries where there was like an tsunami or what do they call them? Sorry, my speech is not. But those, the big events, right? Because they're saying like the big event, the main event, but there's going to be like this big, man, they keep saying this is like, fuck, what is this? Because it feels like it's coming towards me. And I don't know if that's a wave, like when it comes crashing at me, or it's a, oh, okay, a car. Be very careful, because I picked up references of other readings. Oh, man. You see, everybody, you really have to understand what channeling is about, and you have to have a lot of belief within me following me, right? Is because if you get me, because I'm hearing hair, do you get me? And it's like, you know, if you follow me, you've got to get what channeling is, because life and death is part and parcel of everything that we get and receive. And if we receive a load of things, we have to lose a load of things, and we have to give up, and we have to start, and so on and so forth. Okay, so a prediction of that happening is been coming out through my visions. Okay, whether you guys believe that or not, I don't know, and I don't really know who, but they are saying that there is this thing that comes crashing towards me. Now, if you've followed my channel for a while, when we went into this, there were loads of people that were experiencing suicide at that point, and I had a lot of feedback from people saying it was this person, it was that person, I noticed that this happened in my life, so on and so forth and whatnot and so on. You know, if you can remember, if you followed Pisces, where I said, okay, for me that wasn't present. Okay, that was other things. So relate this to how you will, Pisces, but I'm hearing this huge thing come crashing in, right? And like, because crashing in can also be where there's like crash, and you do this like flash, right? Or like this, Captain Ajax give up his body. So something to do with around my body, right? Of like, you might work at a hospital, for instance, and that would be the crash, right? That would be like the crash team, right? Because I'm picking up like the A team, right? So I'm getting on old plane fool. Oh, okay. This is where I start freaking people out. Don't worry about it, Pisces. Please, if you're thinking about getting on a plane, don't worry about it. Okay. Oh, okay. They did said a plane crash. What on earth is that for? I try to get away from those. Why would you put that in my head? And that is also what I'm hearing you guys say. Why would you put that in my head now? Oh, dear. Oh man, I am so conflicted against people that want these messages and people that don't. It is unreal trying to run your channel. Okay, so I don't know what that's going to allude to. Okay, that's down to everybody else. You know, I'm not exempt from it. I'm a Pisces. I'm in it as well. I have to also channel for myself. Okay, so you've kind of got this energy of where, because I am seeing where there's like this huge weather storm, right? This storm brewing, and it's a huge weather storm, and it's a little bit like where there's a tsunami or something, and like there's like electric lines and things all like crashing, and the weather gets extremely, and it might not be a plane that comes down unless you make films and stuff. You know, I really don't know what this is, because it doesn't have to be, because they keep saying that you might even witness this, Pisces, okay? But then I keep seeing this huge thing like coming down, and you're like, shit, it's coming down. So you're definitely travelling, that's for sure. But that could even be that, where someone's waiting for someone to revive, like I'm waiting for someone to be revived. Fived. I'm waiting for someone to be fived. High five or life path 5, but I'm waiting for someone to come back alive. See, because these could be references of you guys that work for hospitals and things, for orderly patients. I'm really believing in you, Pisces, to, without being able to speak to everybody, for you to know what I am about when I channel. Okay. So the references are for some of like something's arriving. Now this is either a baby, right, that's arriving, or you're travelling and it's arriving. And then some people might live in countries where there's bad weather. Because I keep picking up bad weathered storm, like bad weather friend. Oh, okay. Queens of the Stone Age, which is fair weather friend. So something to do with fair weather heather, farewell heather, like saying goodbye to a heather. Something to do with I'm saying goodbye, right? I'm saying goodbye to the past, or I'm saying goodbye and I'm travelling. But through my readings this year, because I've never done a full year prediction for people, we've only ever done month by month. Sorry if I have to keep going on, Pisces. If you haven't seen this channel before, please just go back to watch where I do also do tarot, but for this section it is not tarot, okay? I will explain towards the end where that part is, but there is plenty of things on this channel, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, of not a tarot card reading. If those have ever come true for you, then you've kind of got some kind of way of knowing how to put these together, okay? Because I have to keep, because I get so many different people that believe, don't believe, it does their head in, you know, it's my calling, so I can't help it. So, for a lot of you, if you live in countries where there's like huge storms, okay, then there may be some kind of a prediction of storm coming through. Because I did say that before. I said, oh, Pisces, we're predicting weather now for some reason, and it was a weather vane, okay? So, and that did happen. People were reporting back to me that they lived in a country and there was a huge wave that came crashing in, and it wasn't everybody, but it was for some, because you have people that live all over the world with YouTube, okay, and people that find it at different times, right? And because I've had so many people reporting back to me as if, wow, as if I'd have only realised this before and noticed this before and I was told this before, I would have been prepared if I'd have only just seen it, right? So you have people of time, and time is just everywhere. So you've kind of got this where some of this might be like a really bad weather report, right? Or something that's being reported, someone being reported, like deported, like demotion, promotion energies, like we're promoting, but we're also demoting people, like hiring and firing people. So you're in for the line of firing line, or you're in for the line of hiring, right? Hiring and firing, and you would be a manager of sort, where you've probably been promoted, and then you are the promoter, because I'm picking up like music promoter, or promoting yourself, or like, okay, I'm going to demote myself from here, but I'm going to promote myself here and take a new job or a new position as a manager that was demoted from something and now is promoted more to an energy of where things are getting bigger and they're raising up for me because I'm getting better at my craft, I'm getting better at my art, and I'm being raised and I'm getting a raise and everything else, and it's a raise and it's promotion and all this kind of thing. Now, like I said, you might even do this as a music producer or an actual music event, because I'm hearing, hey, how y'all doing out there, right? And then someone promoting you, or you promoting them, or you doing something where you collab, right? Which would also be like a coming together, right? So it's more of this, okay, we're going to collab together and we're going to come together in order to make music, right? So, because y'all probably don't know, one of my best artists is Alan Stone, and he's actually a Pisces. Believe it or not. If you guys don't know Alan Stone, then check out Alan Stone, but he is a Piscean. And I'm hearing that for him also, where it's around promotions. Promotions, like working our way through the energy of what's going on presently in the world of coronavirus. Okay, making the best of what we've got, but making the best of it in order to make, okay, well, I'm going to have to make the most of what I've got in order to make the best of what I have to make it better in the end. Do you see, Pisces? And I'm seeing this, like I've been promoted and now I'm working again, okay, or working on the relationship again, if it's a relationship, but that will tell me more in the cards when we do that. But I'm feeling my way through this energy of like this, I'm getting well again, I'm getting better again. So if any of you were ill, you're getting better. If you was just starting something, you're getting better. if those people that are watching where there was an addiction, and I've been shouting and screaming at people and saying, look, you know, if you have an addiction, start now. That was relating to people like myself, which was food. So I've been starting my diet since the new year. I've started a diet and I'm on a health kick. So that involves me, okay? Getting bigger, getting better. It was relating to Aquarius, where it was like someone that was small and someone that was large. Okay, now that could be your partner, where if someone was very tiny and it was a weight issue, someone could be getting bigger. That could either one be a pregnancy, or it could be where it's a, I'm getting better now because I've now putting on weight because there was something wrong, where it might have been around, I don't know, depression, or it could have been an illness where someone had an operation and then they start to get better, they start to eat, they get better. That can also represent the people that are like working for elderly people, and you feed these people, okay? So you've kind of got this energy where you could work for the caring and national health, NHS or whatever, that's in Britain, okay? But the NHS, the National Health Service and all this kind of thing, right? So you've got that. So that could also, like I said, relate to these people where there was an addiction, and you are noticing these people that are trying their best to work on something individual. Meaning there could have been one person here that was thin and one person here that was overweight like myself, okay? And together you might be doing something around fitness or health. And this might be work, and it could also mean the gym, or the name Jim, right? Or John, or JJ. But working on something to make it better. Stephen King, It. So something also involving another Stephen or myself, but Steve, right? Steve. I keep hearing Steve. So it's kind of like this, Steve. No, ow. Oh no, it's Steve, isn't it? Steve. Because okay, I have to tell everybody, the company I used to work for, two brothers were called Al and Steve. They worked for a company called Ray Al's. I have other people I know in my life that are Pisces that work for the same company. I was a Pisces. One of my bosses, or son of boss of Steve, also is someone else called Tina. I just have to let you old guys know that, because everybody else on here is also called Steve and Tina. It's just my spirit, the way they get to talk to me. Even those people could be watching my channel. I don't know. I'm just a conduit and a tube channeling messages. Okay? So I'm hearing Al, Steve, Al, Steve, Al, Steve, Al, Alistair, Ahaha, or Al, or Sal, or like this sail of like, we are sailing across the water. So we're sailing. So you're looking at 6. So you're looking at things that are going on around the family, and also maybe where it would require like going to France. You could be from France, or you might be going somewhere where it would involve getting on a boat, because I'm definitely seeing like, I don't know, when you go to places like Amsterdam or places like that, or France, you go via ferry, right? So I'm hearing ferry or Ferry Hill nurseries. So through nurseries, some of you, I'm hearing a nurse or a nursery, which could be a nanny, all these kind of things that a lot of you do. Okay, nannies, nurseries, flowers, Ferry Hill nurseries of opening up a production line of like flowers and things like this, right? Because that's a nursery. So I'm also hearing nursery rhymes as well, like rhyming things, like slang, also boat race, Chevy Chase, kosher, soup, chicken soup, all this sort of thing, right? Gaffer tape. But like the gaffers, you've got references of the police as well, because I did actually write that one, but we're kind of going off script, Pisces, at the moment. But I did hear police. Okay, so rocks, rock set, also rocks or upset, but hello, you fool, I love you, come join the joyride. So join the joy, the name Joyce, or J, anything J, Joyce or rejoice, but like, let's rejoice, let's rejuvenate. Something is very rejuvenating, like skin or products, making a product line of skin or something that is very rejuvenating. Me, I'm physically doing music that is rejuvenating, and I've got so many plans that I'm not kind of giving out at the moment. But if you do like Angel Radio, it is also free, and you can buy it if you like it, okay? Or listen to it for free, or support the channel, but it's very cheap. But Angel Radio. So I'm also hearing Angels, Charlie's Angels, you're right. You've got so many references here of music and things that are related to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. So you really have to watch those, because you're really merging in with these energies. And I pick up like there's this merging and coming together. Like we're merging companies, we're merging things together, we're moulding things. So some of you, like somebody here is into art, and they're moulding, like that they're drawing or moulding things, or the name Mulder and Scully, X, which would be the X-Files. So this could be the X that's doing this, which is to do with around a Capricorn maybe, or like moulding things, like I'm like shaping it and moulding, Mulder, they keep saying Mulder. Malta, someone from Malta, or Majorca, or M, beginning with M. These names have been coming up. Maria, hey, listen, there's 4 of you have gone, my name's Maria too. All of you Marias, or all of you beginning with M. Are you alright? Hello. But like Malta, or Maltese, or like tease, me baby, till I lose control. Tease me with your love until I lose control. Oh, your body and soul. Oh, girl, baby girl, you know your love is like burning fire in my soul. Something like that. Fire, burning soul. Fire is also a fire sign somewhere. But, you're my fire burning soul. I'm burning a soul. I mean, what are you at? Soul keeper? Or the soul provider or soul heir of something. Like, I'm the soul keeper. It's like, I keep souls. Ooh, okay. Unless someone's getting locked up in prison, and that would be the police. Like, I'm going to put this soul in here? Bruv, y'all dealing with magic. Don't worry about that bit. Okay, don't worry about the people that do witchcraft. Like, I'm a soul keeper. I'm the soul keeper. This is more like a kipper, which is also a fish. So like I am the sole keeper of this. Like I am the keeper of the keys, and I keep the keys to this building or something, and I am the keeper. Like I am the new keeper, the new gatekeeper. Also, there's still references of music, but the gatekeeper. Like I am a also a someone of maybe a school or something, and you have the keys to the gate. Lion's gate, also to a key to a lion's heart, which is also a Leo. So I have the keys to the gate. So if there's like either one a gated community or Jurassic Park, but like I have like the keys. Like it's like, okay, these are your keys, there you go, and this is either a new car, a new home, or something that you're moving into, and you kind of like, okay, these are your keys, there you go, and now you've got a new home or a car, right, for this year. This year. And a lot of people, if they're not come up yet, it's because it's a prediction of year. Okay, I must say that. Because if they're not happening and you've got these ideas, they're ideas that are going ahead this year. Okay, so you've kind of got this where you might be handed some keys. Now, this could be a, oh man, what do you call that, when someone looks after a school? Where they look after a school and they are the caretaker, right? So I'm hearing like a caretaker or a carer or a carry, or a care assistant, like I'm an assistant manager, or I am like a PA or a TA, like a teacher's assistant, a PA, all these kind of things, shorthand, so on and so forth. People that work with like education and all that kind of stuff, right, is really what I'm hearing a lot of you do. But Steve, don't a lot of people do that? Not everybody, no. Not for you guys is what I'm picking up, is like being handed keys and being said that, can you look at, oh, okay, so some of you probably deal with property. And you will sit in an office and people ring you and they say, okay, can you show me the way to go home? Meaning, have you got a home to buy? And you're either one going to buy it, or some of you physically are not a travel agent, but more of a housing agent, right? So whatever it is that this is that you have, it's an agency, okay? It's like an emergency for those of doctors, and an emergency agency of like, okay, we're opening up an agency, and so on and so forth, right? So you've got these agencies here, right? Agent, also Argentina, also Tina, but also sergeant, also sergeant, okay? Drill sergeant, so you've got a boss here. So you've got that drill sergeant, drill, 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 a drill, D. Anything beginning with D. D is here. D's here. D, 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 D. D, dragon. You're right. But like D is here. Or like D is here. D is here. D, D, D. I might be going to visit dragon or either ways. Okay. But something to do with D is here. Stee is here. Stee is here. Stee is here is what I'm hearing. Stee's here. Stee's here. But steers is also here. Steers. Also a 7 or a Cancerian. But like Steve's here, Steve's here, Steve's here, Steve's here. Because I keep hearing go ghosty, ghosty, ghost, ghosty, ghost, ghost. That it's changing. What is this around like moulding? Oh my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch. Some of you are going to be smooching at like this music because it was coming through. What do you call it? Like Aquarius reading, where I was singing all of these old songs. Sad songs, they say. Sad songs, they say. So much. So turn them on. Turn them on. Turn on those sad songs. And I know it's wrong. And now the sad songs say it's so much. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, sad songs they say. Sad songs they say. So much. So turn them on. Turn them on. Turn on those sad songs. But I hope it's gone. And now the sad songs say it's so much. Yeah, something to do with that Elton. Or Ben Elton. Or Elton John. Or some John. But St John's Ambulance for a lot of you work for an ambulance like St John's Ambulance or something, or like JJJ. I keep hearing JJ, but like so you've kind of got this references of these like smooching like see Eminem. You realise I've been coming out this for a while, and then I made a track of Angel Radio. A lot of you may not like that one. It was actually for my mate Tim. It is a Gemini. But I made it for him because he loves Screamo, right? So I thought, okay, let's just... And then I come up with a bit and I thought, it sounds a little bit like Eminem. We'll do something. And then, lo and behold, there's the Eminem and the Snoop Dogg references that were going on. Jan, you actually informed me that where I said something and you said it was a reference of A or B. Do I go A or do I go with B or Abby? Okay, or Abigail, or do I go with A, Andrea, or A, or Al's, or Sal's? Do I go to A or do I go to B? And then Jan let me know where it was on the actual album that I checked, where Marshall Mathers, which is Eminem, actually did an A side and a B side, and I didn't know that, right? So you've kind of got this because I haven't I've actually got it on my phone. And I've had it opened a couple of 3 days, and I haven't actually listened to it yet, to be honest. But I've had a couple, and I really like it. But again, like A side, B side, the A side, B side, because it's like flipping like when you flip a neck. But it's like when you flip records, like you scratch or you flip a tune, right? So you flip it and flip the script, and it's kind of like, look, let's just flip a track down or something like that. So I'm hearing, look, let's just cook up or something, right? I don't talk like all that jargon really, but you got, look, let's flip it, like flip a tail, heads or tails. So someone's either giving head or it's a tail, and that would relate to a Leo, right? So it's like, let's just flip coin, heads or tails. Is it the A side or is it the B side? Do you want to put this on side A, or do you want to put this on side B, or do you want to put... Someone's kind of like, look, what do you want on, girls? And you're like, oh, just put side A on. And you're like, okay. So sad songs, they say. Put side B on. I think. But like another song. Like, okay, I'm DJing, say for instance, right? And it's like, can you put like this song on? And you're like, oh, okay. Now can you put that side B on? So you've kind of got like Beyonce or B. I keep hearing B, boo, boo. Or anything of a name that has got B in it, right? B. But they keep saying, look, can you play side A? Can you play side B? Can you play this? Can you play that? Can you play the fiddle? Fiddle me this, fiddle me that, riddle me this, riddle me that. So you've kind of got like Well, this seems to be a riddle. I don't know how you do that when you fiddle. Someone's fiddling. Who knows? Fiddling the books, maybe. Oh, don't go down that end. Oh, I don't know. Someone could be going up the wrong end. I don't know. But, like, which end do you want to go in? The A end or the B end? Someone doesn't mind which end it goes in. Trust me. They're saying, well, you can either go in hole A or in hole B. Who's that? You're right. But, like, listen, or AB or Abbott. But, like, you can go in A or you can go in B. Which one do you want to go in? So this is either A and E for a lot of you, where there could be an A and E. Do you want to go to A and E? Do you want to go to A and E? Or do you want to go to E, Emily, or M, or do you want to go to Steve? Do you want to go to M or Steve, or M or Steve? Or anything to do with M? Or do you want to go to Steve M? Do you want to go and see M? And I keep hearing this M reference. Do you want to go and see M? Or M, do you want to go and see Steve? Or something. But like Beyonce or emergency. Like, well, this is an emergency, I need to go and see Steve. This is an emergency, I need to go and see M. Okay, give me an M, give me a B. So some of you could be a cheerleader. I'm also hearing cheering, because I'm hearing, like, go, you go, go, girl, or go, or something like this. Go, 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 girls. Or go-go's or something. Music references, but, like, go, 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 go. It's like, go. Right, so I'm hearing gold. Always believe in your soul. You got nothing to go. But anyway, excuse me. So, you've got... what have you got? Please tell me everybody's kind of like, oh, I don't like this reading. I can't make sense of it, really, bruv. It's good. There's nothing bad here at the moment, Pisces, at all. Okay, Tool, there you go. Tool, Eminem, Tool, you may have liked that. Something to do with Tool. Okay, I love Tool. Brilliant band. But Tool. But I'm hearing like this flip it, like this flipping egg. Like flip it, flip, flip, flip. Fish, another fish, flipping it, like, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to sip it. Don't drink too much, just sip it, just a little bit. I mean, some of you probably look after elderly people here, because I keep picking up, like, don't drink it all, just sip it. So you're like, no. So someone could be drinking, who knows, but it's like, look, don't drink it, just sip it, okay? So, I don't know what this is about, drinking and sipping. Sipping. Zippy! Oh, you're right there, Zippy and Bungle. Oh, hello, children. But something to do with Zippy, Bungle and George, right? Hello, George. Or Up the George, and it's a pub, and it's a boozer, because that is also here, it's called the George. Something references of that. Okay, but I'm hearing, look, don't just drink it, sip it. You've got to, it's like a required taste. Or Ricky or Ricardo. But like, it's a required taste. You don't just neck it. You drink, you sip it. So what on earth that's for, I've got no idea. But stay tuned for those messages throughout the year. Come back and have a look, Pisces, of what that is about. Sipping, tripping, trip the light, fantastic. You could really be going to like the Lake District, the Peak District, or the Red Light District. How'd you get on down there? But like, let's go to the Red Light District and let's show you these red lights, because I keep picking up like this blink, 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 like these lights. Like, look, if I was you, I'd go in there, but I wouldn't drink it if I was you. So I don't know what this is for. Like, I wouldn't drink that if I was you. Like, you know, or someone that's Jewish. But like, I wouldn't drink that if I was you. So what is that? I wouldn't drink that if I was you, because there's something in your drink. Oh, okay. Why on earth is something being put into people's drinks now, Pisces? Be very careful about what you drink. Or another water sign of like, I wouldn't drink that if I was you, because it's kind of like someone's going to drink it and someone like knocks it out their hand and says, I wouldn't drink that if I was you. Unless someone's really suffering from like alcohol, but like I'm just hearing the reference of, I wouldn't drink that if I was you. So sorry for the what you can hear in the background, but I keep hearing this, I wouldn't drink that if I was you. Like it. So how can that relate to anything else? I wouldn't drink that if I was you. Something to do with Jewish. And I wouldn't drink that if I was you. But there was another person here that had the YouTube name of Juju. Oh, really? Voodoo? Fiji? Some of you might be going to Fiji. Or like Juju. I mean, there's people around here that do witchcraft, but we're going to have to forget about those people. But something to do with around Fiji and Fuju. Because I'm hearing labyrinth. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about people doing witchcraft. It doesn't work. Right? So something to do with around that, but it's fading. This energy is fading. Whatever it is, it's wearing off. Because it feels like that it's worn. It's worn. Warden. Like a traffic warden or a police warden, or it's warned off. Like someone warned someone off and backed them off and said, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I really wouldn't. Now, a lot of you, if you've been listening to me, you might have been. I don't know. But I have had feedback from people saying from years ago when they were in the twin flame thing that, yeah, I used to do witchcraft and it didn't work, and then it all came back to bite me in the arse later on in life, where I lost more than what I possibly imagined. You see, it doesn't even matter if people do this or not. In my belief, that everything that you receive, you give up, right? You have to give up things to receive things. So you might get a load of things in one manner, but then the things behind you get taken from you. That's why we get left behind in life, where someone leaves our life as someone enters it. So when we're looking forward, the people that are older, they leave and then they are behind us, basically. Okay, so there are things that you might get in life and they might be very good, but then in life you realise that, okay, there's things in my life that are actually like going, right? So, and you might not see that as like, well, they left for a specific reason of things that you are yet to gain, and you're to have more. But they're saying that to have more, there's always energies here of people passing on, leaving, passing on and leaving things to people, like I'm going to leave my worldly possessions. Something happened around different actual readings where I said this earth sign may leave and leave the earth to someone to say that this is all yours. Okay, so I'm going to leave it all to you. So I don't know what that's going to be coming up for you in this year of 2021, Pisces. But I'm also seeing that you know, you have to give things up, because the more that you're irritated and the more that you're worried and fearful and keep doing things and prodding things and everything else, you realise that you're actually losing, because that's the bad people in life. They actually physically lose because they think that they're gaining something by irritating people, but really all they do is irritate themselves. So they constantly irritate themselves, and if they constantly lose all the time, that's because they might think, oh, it's all going good, but I've done loads of things that are bad that have irritated people that people don't know. That's when things are taken from them. They don't realise that the small things in life are what are seeds of intent. So the small things, it can even be small things that people do, that is taken from later on in life, which is... Oh, okay. Why am I hearing... Okay, we're going to leave that one. Something small being taken from someone, unless you're called Smally, but we're not saying that that's going to be taken from you. Something's going to be taken from you, Pisces, is what they're saying. Like, it's going to be taken. But I'm hearing off due, because Queens of the Stone Age also did a another one. What was Earth? Was that? That was one of my best ones as well. I want to sleep with you, okay, and I want to sleep with someone that's Jewish, is what it's saying, or I'm going to sleep with someone that's Jewish, or I'm going to see someone that's Jewish. Because I'm hearing the references of Queens of the Stone Ages of I want to sleep with you. So, but like I want to take them off you. Like, I'm going to take this off you. Or nephew. I'm going to take away your nephew. So some of you might have a like big family reference that could come up this year, Pisces, of where I'm going to take off your nephew, or like I'm going to impersonate you. Because I'm hearing like a compare, or like I'm going to take you off, which means like I'm going to like do something where I'm taking this person off, meaning I'm saying that I am this person, but I'm really not. And that's where you got this copying. you got this person, these energies that are around here, that have been around for a while, of where someone is, oh man, and people have been reporting back to me about when I said about fake readers and people, oh my God, some of the people that have sent me and directed me over to what, oh Jesus Christ, man, what is wrong with people? Oh, physically lost a load of things. No wonder the amount of rubbish, oh, I'm not getting involved. But like, there is someone that's trying to impersonate someone, which means like, I'm going to do the Mandela effect. I've been doing something that long that I probably don't even realise that I'm speaking in tongues, which means I'm basically mimicking another person by speaking and acting the way they do, right? Which is more like a compare or this energy of like nothing compares to you, right? So nothing compares to you, but I find myself mimicking you. I find myself doing the same things. Well, that is also teaching and learning, right? That is also teaching and learning. Because there's like teachers as where you are a teacher and I'm learning from you, and then I end up basically becoming my teacher. But when you find gifts, you have to really find your own, right? Because some people, they try to mimic people and they realise that that doesn't work for them. And they're kind of like, and they get like, why is this not working? And why is everything going wrong? And why is everything being taken from me? And it doesn't work. It's because if you watch someone and they say things for so long and they do it a certain way, and you find other people that say exactly the same thing, for me, that gets very boring, right? So as a flavour, I just add a piece of me into it, which is comedy, which is God knows what else, music and so on and so forth. But sometimes you get people that get stuck in a rut, right? Where they kind of like have this, well, I've been mimicking someone that long that when it comes to being myself, I've got no idea why things are not working. That's because I've been like mimicking and trying to do something that isn't designed for me, which is like a suit or something like that, of like a lawsuit that could be coming up for someone, or like I've been mimicking someone and like I've been taking off their stuff, like ripping off their stuff, ripping it. But that is also ripping music as well, but mine's all legit because it's not from artists. Well, it is, but it's paid for. Like, you pay for music and you pay for the artists and you pay to have things done, all legitly. Everything I do is legit. It's not ripped or flipped from other people's music. But again, when it comes to that, if it is music, you are allowed to do that because you can, because it's all to do with the copyright, right? The copyright. So it might have something to do with this, that you might be copywriting material. So meaning on a good end, you might be producing your own music and then doing the copyright for it, meaning that it's mine, okay? So it needs to be copyrighted, okay? So, but also as some magicians, what? Some magicians. But as for some musicians, when you get a sequencer, it's over here, but like you get a drum pad, right? You can take a song and then you can split it, right? And you take a little piece and you put it on a pad, so when you press it, it goes and it plays a piece of that song, and you can split it all up and multiply it all over the pad, and then it makes a whole track out of a track, right? That kind of thing is actually able, because you are allowed to do that within copyright, right? So it's something around copyright material or copying material. Like again, this has come up for Alchemy and you, and I don't know what's gone on around her, around like her being forced to go into like the, I don't know what that is because I've never opened it up, but the joining thing. But yeah, it could be something around that. Because I'm hearing like whatever it is though, it gets better. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better and better. Okay. But my God, man, I'm not going to give over names, but people have been sending me videos of other people, and this one person was shouting and screaming, saying that where's my $444? But then I guarantee you that that wasn't that amount. I'm not saying who or what. I'm just saying that someone was shouting, screaming about a claimant of YouTube not paying $444, something like that. 400 something. No, 4,000 was it? 4,000, something like that. There's no way that that person earned that amount of money through AdSense and revenue. You don't get that much. People will think, oh, I want to own a YouTube channel and I'm going to get loads of money through subscriptions and ads. God, no. No. You've got to have thousands, thousands and thousands and thousands. And I don't just mean like one or two. There is no way on earth that I could run this business by the ads that I get. It is accumulated to a little bit more because people are very kind and they sometimes hit the super chat, okay? And that really does bump things up a little bit. But trust me, as my channel, there would never be enough in order to earn it what YouTube provides you with for the month. And even then, that takes like a month and a half to really come through, because they do it after a month, it goes into your AdSense, then AdSense have to wait for that to happen and God knows when for that to be deposited into your account. So living just by that is never really enough, unless you are a huge channel, and that is when you will get quite a bit more. But I can guarantee you that people that have like 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views per video, it really doesn't amount to enough, okay? So, you know, if anybody's looking for that sort of advice, I can give you that as one that owns one, okay? So, you know, it's enough, and it's nice, it's an added bonus, but it's not enough, okay? So, I don't know what all that ranting and shouting and screaming was about of that person I see on there. Oh, Jesus. Man, I ain't even going to give my opinion. But, cool. So, what have you got that I actually wrote, Pisces? So, I'm going for the fish and chips, large. So, like I said, you've got big references of around weight. Of around someone that was thin is getting larger, and someone that was larger is getting thinner. Energies of... Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see how that goes. Because you've got, I'm going for the big fish and chips, and I'm going large. So it feels like whatever it is, I'm going large. I'm going for the big time, and I'm going large, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't know if they are references of weight or people that are like medically training people or something, or I'm gaining weight or losing it. You've just got references of possible looking at your diet this year, Pisces, right? But big references of things getting bigger and larger, okay? Whatever it is that you're doing, you're going for the big time and the large, okay? So that. For some reason I wrote police, and I don't know why I came up with the police, because I heard the police, sirens, Simons, or siren, the cipher, or Syra, anything beginning with S, the Syra, Simon. Someone's siphoning stuff, like feeding it through or feeding it back to someone. Like taking people, these are people that hit the dislike button. I mean, do whatever you like. But like people that feed off info, well, that's also control and narcissism. People that feed off controlling info. Because that's how you do it. That's the Mulder and Scully and the stuff of the smoking man, which was like, we're in control of the information of keeping things hidden, which was the X-Files, right? So we're keeping things hidden, but we are controlling that by controlling the info of what people do know and what people don't know. So you've kind of got this energy that seems to be floating around a little, around like, no, I'm in control of the info, I'm in control of the button, I'm in control of what I do, okay? Because you kind of got this like zombie effect of like, no, I'm fully aware of what I'm doing, I'm fully in control of it, don't worry. And I don't know if this is like someone like learning to fly a plane and you're in control of it, or like, no, it's okay, I'm in full control of what I'm doing. So I'm not sure what those references are, because I keep hearing, no, I will keep doing that, and I am in control of what I do. And someone's like really, well, they're saying really controlling, of trying to control the information, which can be seen as taking it, because I'm controlling. But again, through narcissism, you would control your own. This is why I did a video that a lot of people may not have watched, where it's called Spiritual Narcissism, where everybody in life will see you as a narcissist, and you will see them as one as well, because a controlling person can see you as trying to take control back of their own life. So I am fully aware of what I'm doing, I'm fully aware of my own feelings and emotions, and I am fully aware of my mind, and I am fully aware not to tell you information. The person that is seeking it will see the other energy as that why won't you let me in, and why are you trying to keep all of this thing a secret, and why won't you speak, and why won't you talk, right? So this person will see you as somebody, you don't have to throw the aspect of narcissism out there, but like this person will see you as someone that is controlling and learning about your own life, right? So they will see that. But if they don't stop and they keep trying to force their way into like a Scorpio energy, or they keep trying to force information out of someone that is learning a lesson, this person isn't going to be treated very well here. They're not. And something could happen because there's this irritating energy of like, no, I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it, and then doing it. And I'm going to do it until I go to my grave, is what I heard. Until I get to my grave. Something being engraved. Like engraving something. I'm picking up like something being engraved. And I don't know if this is a gravestone, or it's stones that are being engraved. Because I'm picking up like something being... Say it again, Steve. Being engraved. Because I'm also picking up raves as well, because that was one of your messages of like Vox or Fox or something like that, but like a rave, right? Music and stuff. But I'm hearing like a grave, like shallow grave. Shallow. Sal's grave. Sally? Anybody called Sally? Sally Ann? Or I'm going to visit Sal's grave. Like I'm going to visit a grave. I mean, it might even be a Pisces that you go to visit that passed. Like you might know a Pisces and you go to visit their grave. Because I'm picking up like I'm having something engraved this year, like a memorial stone or something, and having it engraved. Okay, on a good aspect, some of you are having your own plaque, like on your door, and it will say Graves and Graves or something. Because that was a washing firm here, which was Carrot Wash. So I don't know if there's washing money here going on. I've got no idea. I'm trying to stay away from those. Like having something engraved and it being put on a door here, which would also represent Ableton and things, Cubase or whatever. But having something engraved to say that it's mine, like buying like a huge thing and having it like on your front door, or if you move you have something engraved or something like that. But some of these messages are coming through as a gravestone, like in having it engraved. This could even be a watch or something as well, but I keep hearing like having something engraved this year. Like, I don't know, say if someone lost somebody and they couldn't afford to have like a proper send-off for someone, it might be this year when you decide that you can now afford it and you can now have something engraved to say something that you wanted to say. They're definitely saying that there's going to be something about being engraved on a gravestone. And I don't know if that's a... Because I always believe heads up is a very good energy to have. Some people love a heads up. Some people don't. Okay? But like, I'm going to... Some of you, it might have been where you couldn't afford that and now you can. Or whether something... Or around a nan. Like a nan. Can. Nana can. Nama can. Comic-Con. Or nanny cam. Or con it. Or like Beano. But like Comic-Con. Like a con. What? I don't know what this is for. Like a nanny cam? Like having a nanny cam. Or a camera. Cameron? Cameron. Or something like that. Cameron? Someone Cameron. Or Canon. I know that's a camera, Canon. But someone that's called Canon. Here. But like I said, a lot of people say, oh, that's my nan and that's my... I do talk to spirits as well. But I'm also hearing a future prediction here of someone that's called Canon or Cameron here. like a Canon Cameron. But that is a Canon camera. They're mixed messages. Man, if y'all don't know... Oh, I'm not going to explain it anymore. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box, vox. Some sort of... I don't know, it could be falcon. That's one of my VSTs that I'm looking at. But a falcon, like a... I don't know, it could even be a plane and going on a falcon. Or like a... falcon is also VST-wise. But it's also like synthesizer. Cynthia, I'm also hearing Cynthia, but like sassy. But like yeah, like a synthesizer or a Cynthia, or like a falcon or something like really nice. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? Dance hall music, dance music, or dance hall, or renting out a hall, or going to a party or something. Anyway, they're very little messages. So the main ones, to wrap it up, Pisces, things really picking up and things really getting bigger. Definitely around work and money and projects. I'm also kind of at this energy of your love life really picking up as well throughout the year. Now, whether this is with an old person or a future person, I don't know, because I will really have to consort the cards to look at that. But that's where I ask people to support me as a reader, okay? Some people think, well, that doesn't make any sense. It might be because you haven't watched the tarot reading. This section is the channeled stuff. Okay, so in order to grasp what that is, if you don't believe this, that's where I need your support to keep me going to look at the tarot reading, to back it up, okay? But they're saying that everything gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better. Health, better. For better or for worse, it could even be where it could be an engagement or a marriage or a party, but like for better or for worse, okay? And in sickness and in health. So that is kind of an energy there as well, for better or for worse, for sickness and in health. So some of you really could be getting married this year. Or divorced. I mean, it's up to you. If you're getting divorced, it's a divorce. If you're getting married, not every Pisces is on the same timeline. So you got marriage or divorce. Grounds for divorce. Elbow. Could be with a Taurus. Okay, for a lot of you. So they are your messages, things getting bigger. Okay, so let's put our money where our mouth is, Pisces, and let's actually see if any of these messages are really relating to you for your whole year tarot reading. And it goes to Patreon on the full access bundle. I think it is very cheap for what you get over there, which are bi-weeklies, bonuses, full spreads for you, full spreads for your partner, each sign. You get 2 bi-weeklies, a bonus, a monthly, and this, okay? And it changes now and again. I look at thoughts and feelings, the other partner. But for this one, I'm actually now changing it up, well, staying with the same, which is just a full card spread for you for the year, clarified, fully clarified, and we go over every message I possibly can by now reading tarot cards, okay? And seeing if it backs up the energy of stuff that you've got coming up for your year, Pisces. If you want to join, you're more than welcome, and you can find the link to Patreon below. Make sure that you download the app and join Patreon, because Patreon is not YouTube. It is a separate website that you have to join and sign in every time that you arrive. Some people are finding it very difficult. It's because you haven't joined it. It's not YouTube. Patreon is not YouTube. It is Patreon. When you're over there, you have to join and remember you're signing in stuff, so you can sign in and it remembers, oh, okay, your name is this and you are going to join Patreon, and we can remember now that you are a Patreon member of this channel. Because it's like YouTube, but you have to join it. It's like making a YouTube, signing into YouTube, right? Same, it's Patreon. You have to make a Patreon account, join, and press who you want to join to. Hopefully it's my channel, okay? So if you want to join that, if you want to join that, do I twice use twite? But if you want to do that, you can find the link below. Personal readings, so on and so forth. Angel radio, God knows how much stuff. There are also backlogs of catalogues of stuff that you can also watch tarot-wise as well. That is also over there. It's just ongoing. If you're just a month subscriber, you can watch as much as you want. You can leave, join, come back, do whatever you like. Okay? All right, Pisces, thanks very much, guys, and I will see you hopefully over on Patreon.